you're still, as much progress as we've had, you're still very angry.
Yeah, of course I'm angry. You know, we're talking about like,
this is where I started getting like a little wiggle worm-esque, where I was like kind of squirming in my seat a little bit, because now it's getting much more into the meat and potatoes of like the cheating itself, which Ned is spearheading the conversation of. He's like, yeah, it hurts to hear you don't forgive me, but, you know, I get it. We made a lot of progress, but you're still angry. And it's like, yeah, man, of course you're still going to be angry, but why are you using that as a piece of content for your podcast launch? And you can see how difficult this topic is for her. She then goes into detail about how everything unfolded for her, where she got this news from fans, and she was being sent pictures, and she starts going through like what that was like for her emotionally, and it's really, really sad. And then immediately following that, this is Ned's question.
How did having it become such a public scandal kind of change everything for you? Did it make it worse? Did it make it easier? Did it just sort of make it surreal?
it was so many different things.
His questions sucked shit through a crazy straw. These questions are fucking terrible, man. Brother, what? Did it go in public? You know, I was cheating on you for a long time, and then everyone found out. They were the ones that told you, by the way, not me. Did that make it like easier for you think? Just explain that to me a little bit, if you don't mind, about how public how public it was. What was that like, being in the middle of that, if you don't mind? And then his next question, I think, is his worst one.
What was that moment like when everything changed for you?
Awful, obviously.
What was that moment like, huh? Hey, excuse me, if you don't mind, can you walk me through exactly what it felt like when you found out that your husband, whom you have children with, has actually been cheating on you for a very long time? Can you please describe in detail what you felt when you learned that information about me? I'd love to know, if you don't mind. If that isn't the most brain-dead fucking question I've ever heard, Ned, it probably didn't feel good. What does asking this question even do to help either of you, like, heal from this? Please, walk me through the trauma when you learn that your husband, have been cheating on you for quite a long time. This is something, again, like I said, that should have been, like, with a therapist, not a microphone. Microphones do not do that job. And I'm assuming over the last 3 years, and based on the conversation, they have talked, you know, in detail with each other and with others about this. Why bring it up for the sake of cameras to capture it for your podcast? That's why I'm saying this feels like it is all truly self-serving for Ned to try and, like, regain some kind of audience online.
I think there was a lot of sort of delusions and rationalizations that you, as the person doing that, sort of are telling yourself as to why it's not so bad, or why it's going to be okay, or why actually this talks about it in this way. And then it's like, I remember that moment, it all just kind of like fell down where
This one I'm going to take a little pause break for, like a little halftime show moment here, because he's about to get into the most painful part, and this is when I turned it off. And what I want to make a mention of here is, for some reason, Ned is the one at the helm here. He's in the driver's seat, and is basically, and this is something I saw, like, August the Duck point out as well, he is mainly talking about, like, moments, as opposed to, like, talking about how much he himself fucked up. He is entirely to blame for this, yet he is the one that gets to steer the conversation and talk kind of broadly about it and focus on, like, this moment. What did you feel in that moment? As opposed to, like, letting her talk about it and letting her kind of dictate where the conversation goes and the questions and that kind of thing. It is so odd, and it does feel unfair, that Ned is the one that is spearheading all of it. It doesn't make sense, given that he is the one, the cheater, that did all of this. and yet he gets to be the one in control of this conversation here that supposedly he's doing to try and help her, you know, move forward in like a public-facing environment.
Jesus Christ. This sucks. I'm not happy. This is the first level in the entire fucking game that's forced me to watch YouTube because I can't stand the fucking beginning.